guys, so here we are at Amos Authentic Greek Cuisine, located here in Lucerne. We are here to speak with Chris Kontos, the Greek owner here. They just opened about 9 months ago, so with further ado, let's go check it out. Hello and good evening, everyone. I'd like to take this moment now to introduce our proud owner of Amos Authentic Greek Restaurant, Mr. Chris Kontos. How are you doing today, Mr. Kontos?
Fine, thank you. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Εσύ τι κάνεις? How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you so much. I'd like to introduce my team for you on my behalf. My name is Luis Vasquez. I have Adrian Yim, Fiona Ho, and Perry Wong as well.
Nice to meet you, to have you here.
So to just kind of introduce kind of what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be interviewing you to talk about the human resources, the recruitment and selection process that you take for your restaurant here. The reason we chose your restaurant was because you were telling us that it was a brand new restaurant, and we found that very interesting so that we can compare that to other restaurants in Lucerne as well as just globally as well. So, with that said, we've planned some questions for you. It'll take about an average of about 30 minutes for you. We'll shoot for you because I know you're a very busy man as well. So, but that said, I also need to tell you, just to let you know, we're going to be recording sound and video for you as well. And then just so for your sense of security, it'll be kept confidential, 100%. It'll just be distributed for academic purposes within our own class. And then if you would like later on a copy of the interview as well, we'd be more than happy to do that for you. Okay?
Okay, let's go.
Excellent. All right, so I'd like to kind of begin a little, start it off easy for you. Why don't you describe yourself a little bit for us? Tell us about you, your wife, a little bit about the restaurant.
Okay, we started to be caterer a couple of years ago, like entrepreneur in 2010. We started with our own hotel, a small cozy hotel in the mountains. It was a pretty old hotel and not with a lot of success, and so we got our complete force to renew and make soft renovations to all rooms and the restaurant to bring it up, and we were 7 years there before I made pretty similar school as yours, the other hotel management school in Lucerne. I won't tell the name now, okay? And there, a couple of years before, I worked in the catering branch, hotels, restaurants, and since April, we started this restaurant because the situation in the mountains with the tourism became pretty tough, and not because we don't like to work hard, but sometimes if you have a lot of enemies which you can't beat, like the climb, like the social changements, like the fast changings in this business, and a lot of acceptations from the guest in a small hotel where you are doing all things by yourself, start from breakfast till the marketing, till human resources. So that's why we decided to stop this business there, because we had it in a point where it couldn't be better for us. It needs more investments, what we couldn't make it by ourselves, and investors in a small, not so known place wasn't easy to find. So that's why we came here to Lucerne. We had a fantastic opportunity to rent this restaurant. For you, it's a pretty expensive place, so that makes not easy. Maybe there are a lot of people running here, and it makes not easier because it's a very expensive place. So, but I'm like a caterer with with a lot of passion. Not only passion, also passions. Both. It needs both for this business. And that's why we started here, a new opportunity. And because a lot of people told us, you're serving so fantastic kind of food. My wife is in the kitchen, the chef, and she has so many Greek taste, but she serve it in a new modern taste. And a lot of people told us there in the mountains, you should start a restaurant in the city. It would be a fantastic opportunity. Finally, we believed it, and so now we are here.
Great.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. And so where did the Greek concept for you guys come from for the restaurant?
I learned it, the Greek concept, by going out to eat in the holidays with my cousins, with my parents, with my uncle, aunts, because this is in our heart, this concept. We serve a lot of different kind of mezes, small dishes. It starts originally from Persia and came with Alexander the Great to Greece and all over the Mediterranean Sea. And there are some different dishes, and it makes a whole image together. And that's because in front of the eating we are all human the same. That's why we are sharing. And this concept is not my idea, it's a kind of living, it's a policy in Greece or maybe in other Arabian or Mediterranean countries. And that's why we love this kind, to serve the food, because we love it to be treated the same way. So from this came the Greek concept. And to be honest with you, we like the Greek concept in a modern way, not this traditional huge dried meat, mountains of meats on the plate. No, more exclusive, more high-class Greek food.
Okay, very interesting. Well, then now getting into a little more of your restaurant. Our first question for the human resources is, how many employees do you currently have working here at the restaurant?
Currently we are 8 persons, 4 in the restaurant, including my wife and me. 3 full employed, 1 by temporary employee, 1 temporary employee, and in the kitchen there by my wife 3 temporary employees, but they are working around 80 to 100%.
Oh, okay.
Because it becomes very good. It's rolling very good. The rest.
Business is going very well.
The business is going well.
That's great. So when you first opened the restaurant, how early in advance did you start the process for looking for people to hire?
Okay, we started when we came here. It was a little bit special situation. We came from we stopped the business in the mountains end of March. I had to clean up and prepared the hotel there, and was already responsible in April for this restaurant. So we didn't have really the time to be good prepared. This was a point to be, when I look it back, it was a point not so well for our health, and it was maybe too much. But we are also used to take some things as it come. So a little bit improvisation it needs also sometimes. So we weren't really prepared for the staff. We became some confused information that first we can overtake the staff, then it came the information that we can't overtake the staff. So we came here and had not really staff. So we start when we came here to look for staff. Then I had some CVs become by email. I contacted them, so we start also by some Greeks. They came, they knew that it opened a new Greek restaurant, so they came to ask us if we need staff. So the first 2-3 employees, we find them by improvisation, by contacts, by becoming some CVs by email. Okay,
yeah. So then with that said, since you're saying you didn't really promote it in an idea that you wanted to, looking back, would you have done anything differently to promote for any more employees?
It was pretty tough to know exactly what we need and how many staff we need, because we didn't have exact numbers. We didn't have exact information, so a few information. We didn't knew when we came here. We saw that there's a lot of other things to do, so we couldn't be really prepared for what accepted us, and so we didn't have enough stuff. Maybe when it starts to run, when they start really good the business, but before we had maybe enough with the 2 people to start, and my wife and me, so we started only with 4 persons, but wasn't sure what we will need for later. And this situation was pretty tough. You need sometimes to take some decisions by yeah.
Okay, I see. Well, then, with that said, you were describing a little bit about how they were emailing you your CVs and you were talking to people, interviewing with them. How do people normally apply for your positions here?
Okay, yes, normally they sent me the email CV. Later, when I knew that I need more staff, I make some job descriptions and in the internet over a platform jobs, hoteljobs.ch. There are so many opportunities in internet, so you can't be on each platform, so you have to decide, okay, I try this one, I try this one. So it's not possible for a small company and enterprise as us to be everywhere. So I try maximum 2 and a little bit our job description. I put it on our website and on our Facebook site. So that's what I made, and sometimes I mentioned it in our mailings, but for this reason I didn't mention it, that we need staff in the mailings, okay? Because I hadn't so many chances in the start to make good mailings, newsletters, so it was more over Facebook. There is a Facebook site where Greeks are looking for jobs opportunities, okay? Yeah.
Then you were mentioning a little bit about promoting on Facebook and everything. So how would you describe the social media influence for being able to recruit new employees and everything? Do you think that would have helped you?
I can't tell you that social media helped us, especially to find the right person. So, but I tried it. It's maybe the person you can. Finally, it's also hard to tell which way are coming an employee or an somebody who's interesting for your job. You offer them which way he's coming or she's coming to you. So this is pretty tough to say. So you can't tell me exactly if somebody saw it in Facebook, then he looked in the website for the job description. Finally, he contacted you not over the Facebook contact. He contacted you by the email there written. So it's tough. It's pretty hard to say what it brings exactly. Right. So by feeling, I think it's a platform to give some information, and maybe it's not so easy to say what it brings to you, Facebook or the social media, but maybe it's easier to say what you will lose if you don't do it. I think it's the point of information, to spread some information.
Exactly, kind of get it all out there, whatever you can. So now when someone applies, could you describe for us a little bit about the actual interview process, if you have actual interviews with them, or how does that whole work out?
Yeah, first thing is the education and the looking at what kind of education, the languages, kind of if somebody learned or somebody have just experience in other countries. So it makes a big difference what I'm asking these persons. The point is, finally, you need to see the person. If you need them for staff, for waiter, how they move, if somebody's quick at the buffet, if you need somebody in the kitchen, how is feeling with the Greek kitchen. So you try first to figure it out if he have the skills, And in the second way, you need to see him by working. Otherwise, it gives you another feeling, because it's also a point that you try to find out how you fit together. And this is maybe the most hard and important point, to find the people who fit by character to you and to your team, because it's a very sometimes tough job, and stress, and maybe very loud sometimes, so it needs a very good harmony between the team. Maybe sometimes it's this more important that the absolute skills.
I see. So you have a little bit then of an interview process as well as a work trial. For
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
applicant. I see. I see. Then, with that said, like you were mentioning how well they fit in with the restaurant and the style of the kitchen, what for you is one of the most important characteristics that an applicant, someone interviewing for a job here, could have?
There are a couple of things. First is to be open-minded. It's good somebody if he knows already the Greek kitchen a little bit, but it's not a must, because we give them a lot of stuff to try. You tried it also, so it's also something about to know and to have tried a couple of things, to know how it feels, how it fits together, the tastes, and how it's served, what's the policy there. And so more important is to feel that somebody is able to learn quick. So this is one of the most important things.
So then, once you do hire them, how would you go about, well, describe your training process.
The training process, okay, first 2 weeks I try to be each second or third day together with this person in a shift, or in the kitchen is different because you are very close together, so you see exactly. But finally, when I give a new waiter, even if it's learned or she's learned, I give them the whole restaurant, and I are missing here. So it's not possible that he can do all things by the same way, by the standards. It's not because she or he haven't learned it, because everywhere all people are doing it in a different way. So we need to standard, make a standard, and with the standard sometimes it's not so easy to make only a photo and put it there at the coffee machine. This way we make the latte macchiato or the Greek coffee or whatever. Sometimes you have to feel, okay, maybe he haven't made yet a Greek coffee, so I need to show him a couple of times. It's not only once written and he learned it, because it's a feeling to make a Greek coffee. It's not the same way like to put a button on a machine, on a full automatic machine, and the coffee or cappuccino is coming out. Sometimes some things you need the feeling till you learn it. So that's why I try to be the first 2 weeks together. Then it's not a problem. I give also the chance to make some mistakes, and then I try to make all 2 months with the whole staff some schools, some wine teaching, the Greek coffees, what tastes are fitting with which wine. So at least all 2 months.
Wow, well, I mean, that alone seems really, really thoughtful for the employee. It feels as though they're going to be able to really grow within your company and within your restaurant like that.
Of course.
Which brings me to my next question. What steps are you taking in order to help your employees grow and to develop themselves once they're trained, once they've been here for a little bit? What steps are you taking for that?
First, here I try to bring them always to a point that they like to learn new things. But it's also some intrinsic, some what a person have to be from his own part interesting for the things and for the informations and for the whole how it's working, the business and all. if you feel that somebody likes the information, you are also willing to learn him, to teach him, to give him more information, to give him more food. Okay? But if you feel that somebody only likes to do his job, and when somebody is in a 5 quiet minutes, it's not looking the wine list.
The employees wanting to learn, being very motivated to learn. So how would you, if you could change anything, how would you improve your development process for it?
Okay, it's pretty hard when you are in the operating all day in the operating processes, and you can't go a step far away to concentrate, to make some decisions, to make some plans, how you like to develop your staff. Sometimes it's pretty hard, so you have to do it by working. So maybe I make some notice and explain some things after the service or for the next meeting in this way. When I have the chance to take me off the operating process, I would make each month one teaching and one development school, or always there's always something to develop and to introduce, to give a lot of information. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Then afterwards, with that said, like I said, it sounded a lot like you're very, very motivated to work with your employees and everything with that nature, work alongside them. So how would you describe your management style?
I think I am more colleague. I try to be more colleague than a manager. So in a close, in a small enterprise where we are very close working together, very close each day. So it's our policy, also my wife's and me, that we like to bring in more familiar, more friendly, a friend atmosphere. So this is also a kind of management. So we are speaking by first names together. We try to become close with them, maybe to once in the month to try to drink something outside of the restaurant together. So this is our kind of management. So not with the distance by emails. More I use WhatsApp the WhatsApp application in the team, so I can give some information with the new styles, with the new possibilities. Not so many writing by hand, so more information, quick information, short information, photos. It's also kind of I think leading and management.
So do you feel as though, this is a random, just kind of off what you said, do you feel as though that has helped you get more of a team, like morale boost out of it? Do you feel your employees might be happier working with a setting like that, or?
Finally, when you choose the staff, and while the application, and when an applier and is coming to you, or you make the interview, finally it's coming, it's very important that you will find the same frequency. So I would say that you choose by intuitive these persons who like also this kind of working atmosphere and this kind of information and working surrounding. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you won't choose a person who is 60 years old, not because of his age, because maybe he doesn't like, or this person doesn't like this kind of of working atmosphere with all this WhatsApp and Facebook and make their load something or the website, the new information. You see?
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then, so then with that said, your employees, how do you give feedback to them? Do you perform appraisals, like performance reviews or anything of that nature?
For the moment, is the best way to give the feedbacks immediately after the service. So this is the most efficient way. If there are some bigger things I'm telling about something went very wrong, for example, so I take them to a meeting, okay?
Okay. And then along with that, their employee satisfaction. That's a very big kind of factor for most businesses. How do you work with your employees to make sure they stay satisfied?
Just for example, an employee had birthday in December, so we made her party here in a Sunday. So the whole restaurant was reserved for her and her guests. So and we sponsored it, all the birthday party. We try some small things, okay, maybe somebody have to come a couple of times to work, even it wasn't so many work, and so you take, okay, give me the bus tickets or something. We gave them maybe a bottle of wine for at home, so try this wine at home with your wife, for example. So that you try to be very always some small gifts and some bigger gifts, and or you try not exactly, okay, in 2 years you have this salary bonus, or in 3 years. So we are feeling, we try to feel, okay, now they did so many good things, so now it's from our part to do something good for them, okay?
Okay, wow. Well, that's very kind and everything, and it seems like I'm sure the employees would really enjoy that.
I hope so.
So then, now to kind of wrap it all up for you, you've been open for about 9 months now from
Yes,
May.
yes.
Do you have any future goals for Emos from now?
Yes, of course. First goal is survive. Second goal is to be one of the 10 best restaurants in the city. So how you take, which measure you take. So one easy kind of taking measure is TripAdvisor, but not only. And I try, our goal is also to be one of the modern and very innovative Greek restaurants in the whole Switzerland, because there are not so many, so we can take the whole Swiss market. Okay, 3 goals. One more goal is to, of course, to be in 2 years, to have a very healthy economics, because it start with all these investments and all these credits you need. It's pretty tough to be in the first year, a healthy enterprise. So the goal, as I told, is to survive in the first year, and after 2 years it's a realistic goal to be in a healthy economic, so with a GOP of around 20% for a restaurant is realistic. Okay?
I wish you all the best with that. Finally, I guess just to wrap it all up, do you have anything you'd like to add for, last closing comments or anything like that?
Yeah, I hope you will have the chance to enjoy our staff a lot of times and your colleagues.
Yeah, no, and I ate here once before and it was delicious the entire time. So thank you, Mr. Contos. We really, really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts.
Luis.
I wish you all the best and success for your restaurant. Okay?
Ευχαριστώ.
And actually, we also have a little gift for you. On behalf of us here, a small little token for you, some chocolates for you. We hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much again for working with us and everything through this whole process. So.
Thank you very much.
So, hello, good afternoon, Mr. Harry. So, just a few questions about our project. So, the first question is, why do you choose this restaurant?
I've been working for many years at Mykonos Island, but the only bad thing is that we work only for summer season. So this year, after my contract ends, try to find something better, and I chose this restaurant because they do have authentic Greek cuisine. It would be a very nice opportunity for me work with Greek cuisine out of Greece.
I see.
Yeah.
So, the second question I would like to ask, how's Chris manage you guys actually?
He's very good on that. Sometimes he's tough. Some other times he could be more tough. But it is what it is. I believe that he's very good on that. He could be better maybe in the future. I believe the same for me. I'm doing my job very good, but I could be better as the time goes by. We became better, right?
Yeah. And the last question, Mr. Harry. So, do Chris give you guys any feedback or appraisal for your work performance?
I'm satisfied 90%.
So you're satisfied with?
Satisfied.
You're satisfied with?
He's supporting me. I believe in a very good degree. I hope one day to pay him back.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Harry. Thank you
It was
very
my
much.
pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Hey guys, so that was our interview with Mr. Chris Contos here at Amos Authentic Greek Cuisine. We hope you guys enjoyed the interview as much as we did. We found it very informative as well. With that said, we wish you guys a very great day. Thank you very much.